The Galaxy Z Fold 8 could launch with two clear advantages over Apple's first foldable iPhone: larger displays and better cameras. With both devices rumored for the second half of 2026, the stage is set for a major showdown in the foldable phone market 7 years after Samsung pioneered the category in 2019. Here's what the latest leak suggests, why it matters, and how Samsung may be positioning the Fold 8 to outpace Apple's first effort. According to a new claim from digital chat station DCS, Apple's foldable iPhone is expected to feature a 5.25-inch cover screen and a 7.58-inch inner foldable display, paired with a dual camera setup on the back. The external display reportedly uses a punch hole cutout for a front camera, while the internal screen integrates an under-display camera to keep the main panel uninterrupted. If accurate, those panel sizes would be smaller than what Samsung is likely planning for the Galaxy Z Fold 8. For context, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 reportedly offers a 6.5-inch cover display and an 8-inch inner display. That makes it reasonable to expect the Fold 8 to match or exceed those dimensions, though aspect ratios may differ, influencing how tall or wide each device feels. Apple's rumored preference for a more square-like 4:3 inner aspect could make its screen feel roomier for reading and productivity, while Samsung's traditionally taller canvas favors multitasking in media. Cameras are where the gap may be even more visible. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 boasts a triple camera system with a 200MP primary camera with OIS, a 12MP ultrawide with autofocus, and a 10MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom. By comparison, the first foldable iPhone is expected to include a 48MP main rear camera with OIS and a secondary ultrawide, likely 12MP, with no dedicated telephoto lens in its initial hardware. That means the Fold 8, if it inherits or improves upon the Fold 7's array, could retain a meaningful advantage for optical zoom, flexibility, and overall imaging versatility out of the gate. On the front, Apple is said to be using an under-display camera for the inner screen, a choice that preserves immersion, but often sacrifices image quality compared to traditional punch-hole modules. Samsung's approach on the Fold 7 uses two 10MP front cameras, one per display, and the Fold 8 is expected to offer at least comparable front-facing hardware. If so, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could remain technically superior to Apple's first-gen foldable for selfies, video calls, and live streaming, especially on the main inner screen where Apple's under-display camera may trail in clarity. Pen support is one of the biggest question marks. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 dropped S Pen compatibility to keep the device thinner. According to well-known tipster Lanzuk via Android Authority, Samsung has been testing S Pen on Galaxy Z Fold 8 variants to better compete with Company A, presumably Apple. However, current signals suggest the Fold 8 itself may still skip S Pen in order to maintain a slim profile and reduce weight. Instead, Samsung may introduce S Pen compatibility on a separate, larger Fold model with a 4:3 inner aspect ratio aligned with the rumored proportions of Apple's foldable iPhone. Veteran leaker at Universe Eyes adds weight to this strategy by predicting screen sizes for two different devices: a wider Samsung foldable at 5.4 inches cover and 7.6 inches inner, and Apple's foldable iPhone at 5.35 inches and 7.58 inches. That implies Samsung is preparing a book-style foldable beyond the standard Fold 8 to engage Apple directly on the 4:3 battlefield, potentially with stylus support as a bonus for productivity and note-taking. Do keep in mind, current iPhone Fold dimensions don't perfectly match the sizes used in recent 3D printed prototypes circulating online, suggesting either conflicting sources or ongoing adjustments by Apple. Given that both Apple and Samsung work with many of the same suppliers and manufacturing partners, it's not surprising that each company is aware of the other's ambitions. Expect those ambitions to echo across two headline foldables in 2026. Meanwhile, Samsung's foldable roadmap continues to expand. The company recently introduced the Galaxy Z Fold, a true technical showcase. While rumors about the Galaxy Z Fold 8 point to meaningful advancements rather than a typical year-over-year polish, tipster at Crow_Row claims Samsung may significantly optimize the Fold 8's internal design, freeing up space for additional components. Whenever Samsung streamlines internals, a bigger battery is the first thing that comes to mind. Battery expectations for the Fold 8 remain conservative but encouraging. Samsung is likely to retain 45 West wired charging. And while the Tri-Fold achieved a 5,600 mAh capacity with a triple-cell design, that number is improbable for the Fold 8. Realistically, the next Fold could gain roughly 300 mAh over its predecessor, with some reports speculating targets edging toward 5,000 mAh depending on final packaging. Full-fledged Key 2 wireless charging support is also rumored for 2026 foldables, which would be a welcome upgrade for faster, more efficient wireless power and magnetic alignment. Weight and thickness are also in focus. Foldables have been criticized for bulk, but Samsung is reportedly cutting both by around 10% versus the Galaxy Z Fold 7. The result should be a device that feels more like a conventional flagship when folded, easier to carry, more comfortable to use, and better suited to day-to-day life. Pair that with a larger battery and smarter power management, and the Fold 8 could offer noticeably longer screen-on time for multitasking, streaming, and gaming. On the display front, Samsung is addressing one of the most visible concerns: the crease. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is rumored to use laser-drilled metal plate technology to significantly reduce the crease on the main display. That would not only boost visual quality and immersion, but also improve long-term durability. Expect a smoother reading experience, cleaner video playback, and a more premium feel during productivity sessions. Benefits that matter every time the phone opens. Samsung's confidence in the category is reflected in aggressive sales targets. The company reportedly aims to ship 6.7 million foldable units by 2026, a strong signal that demand is rising. The hardware is maturing, and the foldable form factor is moving from niche to mainstream. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 has already delivered all-time high foldable sales, and the Fold 8 is positioned to push that momentum further with practical upgrades users will feel immediately. Crucially, none of this looks like a reactionary move to Apple. Samsung is actively defining the foldable landscape by prioritizing thinner, lighter hardware, better cameras, larger displays, longer battery life, crease reduction, and potentially broader Key 2 support. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 aims to appeal to both early adopters and first-time foldable buyers. That's how Samsung maintains its lead, by shipping tangible improvements that match real user needs while setting a high bar for competitors. As for timing, both the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Apple's first foldable iPhone are expected in the second half of 2026. If current leaks hold, Samsung's Fold 8 may retain two decisive advantages at launch: bigger screens and a more capable camera system, while continuing to refine weight, battery life, and display durability. Apple, for its part, appears to be prioritizing a clean, uninterrupted inner display with an under-display camera and a compact, balanced size that leans into a more square aspect ratio. Two different philosophies, both chasing the best foldable experience.